What's up, guys? I finally wanted to come on here and talk about the baseball move that shook up a lot of things yesterday, and finally going down and finally being official. Juan Soto to the Yankees in a 7-player deal. And honestly, objectively, you look at it and it's a win-win for both sides. Obviously, the San Diego Padres are in a completely different situation. With the tragic passing of their owner, just super heartbreaking, and having to get $50 million loan to pay their players, or as part of that. It's kind of a writing on the wall to see Juan Soto on the trade block. And this is a move for the Yankees. It feels like the Yankees of old, in that they targeted a player, and no matter what, they were going to go get him, and that's what they did in this deal. And I think offensively, absolutely hit a home run out of the park, pun intended there. Reshaping your entire outfield with a couple of moves, that's one way to send a message that the Yankees are going to be the Yankees again. And Juan Soto, 400 on-base percentage his entire career, every season, is bonkers. And the left-handed paradise that it is for hitters because of the short porch, all of that. Offensively, absolutely incredible. It's going to be interesting, the lineup construction, given that Giancarlo Stanton's probably going to be your DH until his obligatory automatic injury of some sort, because his body is so weird and massively constructed that it's kind of impossible for him not to pull something at some point, that we've learned in his Yankee career anyway. And there is no way they're going to be able to get rid of that contract. But if Brian Cashman were able to do something creative like that, he'd be a wizard. But defensively, this thing scares the bejesus out of me, because 32-year-old Aaron Judge, coming off a foot injury, is going to play center field exclusively. And they did get Trent Grisham in the deal. Very, very good defensive center fielder. His offensive numbers have fallen off a cliff. So maybe a change of scenery and a new voice will help him rekindle some of that early magic he had with the Padres when he was acquired from the Brewers. But I like that, and Verdugo I like as well. I just don't know how his exit from Boston, with the off-the-field stuff and Alex Cora benching him, I don't know how that will play in the clubhouse. But there's one thing about the Yankees. These two guys, Verdugo and Soto, give the Yankees a type of swagger that we probably haven't seen from them in the last 3 or 4 years. The swagger that annoys other fan bases' fans just because they're so good. They exude that, and you're kind of jealous, but you're kind of annoyed because that's just their personality. So I think these two guys give a different swagger to the lineup as well. But my immediate worry is the defense, because Juan Soto isn't the best, and you're going to challenge that arm more often than not. Yes, you're not going to challenge Judge's arm much at all. But in the close games, you're going to keep Aaron Judge in center field. You're going to keep Juan Soto in the field for the most part, because you need the offensive protection in the close games. And in close games, little things matter, and I'm wondering how the defense in the later innings is going to impact that. But I'm guessing the Yankees are just hoping their mashing people in the late inning defense aren't going to matter. I think the square peg round hole thing in this whole scenario is Giancarlo Stanton. Because like I said, that contract is absolutely brutal. He's not a free agent until 2029, and making 25 this year and 32 next year, and and I think just an enormous amount of money in the next 5 years. So it's going to be interesting in terms of that. Plus, Anthony Rizzo's older. DJ LeMahieu's older. The offense in the outfield is much improved on paper, but they also feel like they need an AARP card as a lineup. But it does feel like the Bronx Bombers are getting back to their evil empire type of ways, where they are just gonna go for it and get the pieces they need. And I think it's honestly a little bit good for baseball, even though, you know, it's the Yankees. But from the Padres' point of view, Michael King is the prize piece in this deal, I think, because he was just such a good Swiss Army knife, could pitch in whatever role you wanted him to, and the likelihood of losing Snell and Lugo in free agency, this is a nice piece. And I think the Yankees benefited in that they had so many pitching injuries last year that they had to dip into their farm system, go younger, and showcase those guys, Brito, Vasquez. And obviously the Padres liked what they saw. And those guys did some good things for the Yankees. So this is a nice depth rotation filler move. I think the Padres still need some back end stuff in a bullpen. And I also think that if the Yankees aren't able to extend Juan Soto past this year, it looks a bit worse depending on how 2024 plays out as a whole. But the offense is going to be definitely more intriguing to watch. The defense, that could be an adventure. But I think the Padres did a nice job of clearing a lot of money and getting younger. And I think they still have Darvish, Musgrove, now Michael King, and you got those high-priced guys, Machado, Bogarts, Tatis Jr., you still got that. So maybe subtracting one superstar will help the continuity of the San Diego Padres. Who knows how Mike Shildt will play in this? He's kind of an old-school manager. Only a 2-year deal, which is a little surprising. But he was pretty successful with the St. Louis Cardinals, so maybe taking one of those superstar players out of the mix will help the chemistry a little bit better. But again, I like it from both sides. It's just a little scary for the Yankees defensively and whether they can stay healthy. And I think they still need to get younger. I really, really do. And the depth is scary, but I appreciate the Yankees finally just saying, screw it, we're going to go for it again. Because that's the Yankees I grew up with. That's the Yankees I'm used to. And who knows, if they land Yamamoto, the prize starting pitcher from Japan, this could definitely be one of the better off seasons the Yankees have had in a while. And obviously you don't win the World Series in the offseason, contrary to popular belief, but the American League East is definitely going to be intriguing and fun and something to behold next year, and I love it because I think every single team is going to improve one way or the other. The Rays are going to do Rays things that none of us understand, but still going to be up there. The Boston Red Sox are seemingly going to retool the Baltimore Orioles are young, feisty, fun. They added Craig Kimbrell. I feel like it's going to be one of the most compelling divisions to watch now that we've seen. The Blue Jays still in on Shohei Ohtani and so many young, dynamic pieces there. I just think the AL East being one of the prominent divisions just feels right for baseball, and the Yankees doing Yankee things again. So that is my overall take on the trade. I'm really, really intrigued to see how Verdugo fits in the whole puzzle because he's got a lot of talent, but I don't know that if the mentality is going to be shaken from being a top prospect and the can't-miss guy to being traded to your arch rivals from your previous team. I don't know if that dynamic's going to help or hurt Verdugo, but he's still got a lot of talent. He's a doubles machine. But just wanted to give my thoughts. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Helps out a lot. Thanks, guys. What a trade, and the offseason was finally picking up.